Hello, short video this week talking about one chord. It's something of a motif or kind of character chord in the first album. I first played it on, I think, a guitar with a string missing because it's kind of got some notes missing in it. It sounds like this. So it has a root, a minor third, a fourth, and a ninth. It doesn't have a fifth, it doesn't have a seventh. So although there's some close notes there, that ninth gives it some space and it's not saturated. I love the sound. There's something very special about it, and often when I've tried to write passages of music with it, I can't bring myself to make certain kind of common sense variations to it. Something like changes the world it's in somehow. So I thought I'd talk about ways of, not even ways I've developed this material, but ways of looking at it purely as these four notes, D, E, F, G. So you can look at it, the kind of original voicing is there, 1, flat 3, 4, 9. You can put them all together as a series of seconds. One of the main riffs using this chord is, it's pretty much that. It goes like this. Little variation there. You can also, I suppose, play it kind of in reverse, and it's a series of sevenths. Let's transpose that up. That's also really nice. There's a pair of major sixths in the chord, like so. F to D and G to E, yep. And in Rain World, the song I talked about in the last video, that kind of wave pattern becomes its own theme in sixths, major sixths usually, I think. Comes up elsewhere as well, actually. I make a big thing of it in the second album, one of the pieces there. You could also see it as a pair of seconds, I suppose, separated by a sixth. That's just perspective, I suppose. And that's all just the same four notes. Let me think. A kind of more loose development I do use in Rain World, in the guitar part. It starts with this chord. So I'm repeating the root D there. That kind of thing. And then so that's sort of common sense development. Change the bass note, and I just add the bass note because there's still, although it goes from D to B flat, the D stays there. So it just becomes more rich with a bit of tune. Let me think. Another good example of this, thinking of it in terms of 1, 3, 4, 9. I like this change in Rain World as well. D to D flat and the E to E flat. So it becomes 1, 3, sharp 4, 9. And the F and G, they stay the same. So that's a little bit more of a kind of mode shift, kind of alters the whole scale. So the absence of notes in this chord have in a way given me more freedom to interpret it. It's not really a D minor add 9 or D minor 11. It's very different, I think. So it's a different way of looking at it, I suppose. And in all of these examples that I've given, where these turn up in the music, you know, that or the seventh thing, in the greater context, there's a chart. There's, you know, I am analysing it as probably a D minor 11 or add 9 in the context, what the bass is doing, what the other instruments are doing, probably defines the chord more conventionally. But in terms of developing material, I try to preserve this slightly more just unique sound. The absence of the fifth and the seventh do a lot for that. It saves it from being just another one of these big every note chords. Yeah, and it's something special about that sound which has informed the direction of album 1. Cheers, that'll do.